you know, on our current social media platforms where you can search anybody, and you're limited to that platform, I guess you can use the FBI database to search people too. But this is what I think is going to happen. No, this isn't going to happen anytime soon. Like, this is going to happen. I might not even be alive before, when this happens. But what I think is going to happen is the AI is going to be able to go into your thoughts and your memories and all that. And I think that you're going to be able to find people. You're going to be able to find people very easily. You know, right now we use names and location and stuff like that. But in this simulation, you're going to be able to just use your memories to find people. And, you know, like, use their face, and then the simulation or the AI is going to be able to find that person very easily. You know what might happen too is when you go back into your memories and interact with a certain person, you know, in the simulation, it might trigger a notification to that person that you're talking to them or you're interacting with them. It's gonna be pretty weird. You know, the stuff I'm talking about it sounds like really out there and really weird, but that's because a lot of people have closed minds and they don't know. A lot of people don't have creativity too, and that's okay. But I think there's gonna be bad things too about it, right? But there's gonna be a lot of good things. You know, you'll be able to maybe look like you're in a certain situation, and maybe you're in the gym, right? And you always want to talk to this girl or this guy, whatever, and you never did because you thought that they weren't interested. Well, you can, like, I know it sounds creepy, but you can, like, replay it. You can replay it, like, kind of like a camera or something, right? Or you can be a different person. And it's kind of like The Sims, right? When you play the video game The Sims, like, is that perspective, you're looking down, and you can see if that person was looking at you. You know, the AI is going to be able to pick up on all of this. The AI is going to be able to have every single piece of information that's ever existed that man has created. It's going to have it in its database. And when we upload our minds, or it gets into our minds and our central nervous systems, maybe not ours, but the people in the future, it's going to be able to get into their memories and recreate things and turn that memory into recreate it, and you're going to be able to see if that person that you liked was, like, looking at you, or whatever. You know, it's going to be bad stuff too, because you're going to have people, like, stalking other people too. But I think there's going to be security things and things you can put up, and, you know, I think there's going to be different protocols where maybe I don't know. Maybe the people will just be fine having no privacy at all and having everything out in the open. And things change in the future, you know. Things have changed right now. You know, a lot of people dressed conservatively back in the day, and now people don't dress very conservative, right? Guys dressed it sharp. I don't always look my best when I go out. And girls used to be covered head to toe, but nowadays they're not. They show a lot of skin and their figure. So that's why I'm, you know, what we look at privacy nowadays and what we hold sacred, people in the future, they might not care as much. And, people in the past, they probably couldn't even think about sharing to the world or whatever, what's going on a day-to-day basis, and intimate photos and stuff like that of people they care about. But people nowadays, they're more open to it. So, people adapt, people change, and certain things in different cultures, change. So, like I said, this, people in the future, they might not even care about privacy or their thoughts being out there. It'll probably just be all the gathered thoughts makes the AI pretty much, and then when that's pretty much a big thing with it, so yeah, I think it's going to be extremely easy to find people in the simulation, but they got to be connected. And if they're not connected, you'll still be able to look them up, and they'll still be in the database at some form, unless they're just completely off the grid, like somebody was to have a baby in in a community, not in a hospital, and the government doesn't even know about it. That could happen right now, and the kid doesn't ever get a social security number or anything. So yeah, it's gonna be very easy to find people, based off your memory.